Wow. I am just a reporter, not an anchor or teleprompter. Amazing. Got to get one of these for my house, or at least for my live shots. Good evening. The Emerging Journalist Award is given to a journalist with less than 5 years of professional experience, but whose work shows great potential and professionalism. Our journalism chose Maria Burns Ortiz as the Emerging Journalist of the Year because she represents a young person who does not in any way, shape, or form possess the deadliest sin in journalism, fear. In June 2006, Maria faced the critics head-on as she began a new project at the News-Sentinel in Fort Wayne, Indiana. What started as a simple tongue-in-cheek World Cup commentary in English and Spanish evolved into a stand for Latino culture. In the face of readers' harsh criticism and abusive remarks, Maria persevered to complete the series and educate Fort Wayne about a significant part of their community. Additionally, she deserves to be recognized as a minority within a minority, a woman, a Latina, covering sports. Her work of the World Cup caught the eye of editors at ESPN.com, where she now gets to write a column on college soccer. We chose Maria Burns Ortiz because she is not only the best of the present, but the best of the future.
Maria is short on patience. Like most young journalists, she's short on patience. And so when things weren't happening the way she wanted them to happen, she would get upset and she would get furious, but she would also stay focused. And so all the energy of being frustrated with what's going on or not happy with what's going on, she just converted it all to energy. And so she'd write more, write better, write harder, write faster. And so it helped make her a very good journalist at a very young age.
Maria had a very interesting background. She had covered judo at the Olympics in Greece, where her sister had competed. She had worked in Latin America at a Spanish language publication. She had competed herself as a student athlete. She was obviously very bright and very interested in the world around her, and boy could she write. For someone so young, she really had a writing flair that showed up even in her college clips.
She could have backed down from the critics who said, stop writing this stuff in Spanish, go back to where you're from. But she didn't. She stood up for the fact that we need to have a little more cultural diversity here. She stood up for the fact that she was an American, all right, not someone from some planet that many of our readers thought they were from, and that I'm going to stay here and help you all become a little more enlightened than you are. Maria is very passionate about what she writes about. Maria doesn't give up when things are tough, and she had a very tough year with the soccer series. It's a very tough experience for a young person to go through that and still be standing. Maria learns fast. She learns very fast. She grows rapidly. And Maria cares about people. She cares about her craft. You know, she'll take hard hits and keep standing up. And that's what makes her special.
I would say that she was a very well-reasoned and passionate advocate for Latina issues in the newsroom and in the community, and I commend her today as she receives this honor and wish her much continued success in her career.
It is my great honor to present NAHJ's 2007 Emerging Journalist of the Year Award to Maria Burns Ortiz.
First of all, when they asked me to do that series in English and Spanish, I didn't expect it, perhaps naively, to be as controversial as it was. But it turned out to be this huge thing, and basically my editors supported me and they gave me a choice. Do you want to keep going or do you want to stop? And I thought for about 2 seconds, and I said, I'm not going to quit. So sports reporters usually were supposed to kind of stay out of the spotlight, kind of just talk about, sports. But it came down to me deciding whether or not I wanted to actually take a stand. And I thought long before I ever wrote about sports, I was a Latina. So that's kind of where we went with that. And it turned out to be a great experience, and I think it taught me something that I hope a lot of young journalists learn, which is basically that you do have a voice and you need to take a stand, and you can't be afraid of what other people think or how many mean emails they send you or whether they're going to cancel their subscriptions or not, but you need to take a stand for what you believe in. So I want to thank my editors in Fort Wayne for backing me, and for everyone who supported me, my husband, who just I'm lucky because he's an editor, so he's used to dealing with reporters and our issues, and to my mom, who's here tonight as well, who is, for better or worse, the reason why I'm as outspoken as I am. And to Reggie Stewart, who kind of got this thing started when he called a kid right out of college and said, how would you like to work in Fort Wayne? And I said, that would be great, and then ran to look at a map and figure out where Fort Wayne, Indiana was. But it's been a great experience, and this is a tremendous honor, and to be getting this at this point in my career, I just hope that I can live up to it and do more in the future. So thank you very much.